Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Excel Freak. Normally, listening to the word VBA or macro scares the person a lot because the thing that comes to a person's mind is that I will need to write in long codes to get my work done, and I really don't know how to write codes. But the best part about Excel is that you really don't need to write codes or a VBA code to be specific for small tasks. What you can do is you can use the feature of recording a macro, wherein you go ahead and do your things stepwise fashion, and as a result the code gets recorded at the back end. It's very simple and very useful as a feature. I'll not speak anything further and I'll straight away take you to the example and will show you how this recording of a macro works. Now what you can see here is a data wherein I have couple of student names and the marks that they have obtained. And what I'm going to be talking about in this video is just the basic formatting that we can do using the recording macro feature. Now I'm sure you would be having this kind of a thought that okay, good, I want to record a macro but I don't have my developer tab. How do I get that developer tab? So one is either you can go to your file menu item and then go to options and get your developer tab activated by just clicking on the check marks button, or you don't even need that. When you see your view tab over here on the extreme right hand side, you see you have macros as one of the options, and when you click on this you'll see you have option of recording a macro. Now, as soon as I click on recording a macro, a pop-up box appears. This pop-up box will ask me a couple of details like what is the name of the macro that I would want to assign. I could be giving in some really specific names over here, which can later on help me in understanding, okay, what this macro actually is used for. If you will not give any name, obviously the default name will come in like macro 1, macro 2, macro 3 and so forth. The next thing that it will ask you will be for a shortcut. Now, I do not prefer using a shortcut over here, and the reason behind that is a default shortcut is Ctrl+C, which will do a work of copying something. Now, within this recording macro also, if I go ahead and give this particular shortcut, my system will actually get confused which action do I perform. Do I copy something, which is my default action, or do I go ahead and perform the action of what macro has recorded? So that's why I prefer to avoid that particular stuff. It will ask me whether I want to store this macro, what is going to be the location for that. Is it my personal workbook? Is it this particular worksheet? So I can go ahead and change those selections. And the last and very important thing is about the description about the macro that you're recording. So you can write in a brief description so that later on, maybe a year later when you've forgotten about what the particular macro was, just looking at the description, you can recall, okay, this is what I had recorded and this is where I can probably use it. So certain important features. Now before I start recording, what I'll do is I will just go ahead and select my cell student name. This is where I would want to do some basic formatting. Once I've done this, I'll go to View tab, Macros, and I'll click on Record Macro. As you see, since this is the first macro I'm recording, it is giving me the macro name by default, macro 1. And right now I'm not going ahead and changing this. My shortcut key is going to be blank. I don't want to write any description right now because this is just the example or a dummy thing that I'm running. I click on OK, and as soon as I click on OK, the recording will start. So I've clicked OK. Now here at the bottom you see this boxed, a square sign. This is used for stopping the recording. Now when this appears on your toolbar means the recording has begun. Now this is what I wanted to format, so I go to my home tab. I give it a different base color. Let's say this. I want to change the font color to white. I want to make it bold, italic, underline, and let's say I want to give it a border. I maybe want to change the font type also. So this is what the changes are something that I've already made over here. Now I need to go ahead and stop my macro recording. Either I can click on this stop button over here at the bottom, which is a square, or I can go to my view tab and my macros and click on stop recording. As soon as I click on stop recording, the entire process will end over here. So I'll just go ahead and click this. Now you see there's no square button at the bottom, means the recording has completely stopped. And what I can see is I have formatted it in a certain way. Now supposedly this same formatting I want to apply to my header marks maths. So I'll go here and select this. I'll go to my macros with my view tab. I'll go to view macros this time because I want to see what macro I've recorded. This was the macro that I had recorded, and I'll click on run button. Now exactly same formatting has been applied over here. And let's assume I select these two cells and I want to apply the same formatting using my macro. So I'll go here into my view tab to macros, view macro, and then I click on run. And again the same formatting has been applied. It's very easy and very useful feature. You don't have to really repeat tasks every now and then. You can just record them for once, and you know the same stuff you need to repeat again. You can use this particular function. You don't even have to worry about writing the codes within VBA. I'll show you how this code has really worked. Just by pressing the Alt and the F11 key, I'll be able to move to the backend window of the Microsoft Visual Basic for application, which is nothing but VBA. Now here I have loads of sheets, and if I just move to the bottom, I can see the modules written over here. And if I go ahead and expand this has module 1 and module 2 that I've worked on. And when I click on module 2, this entire coding has come on its own just by me recording the steps. So that's how the recording of a macro works. Try this out, guys. This is very easy. I'm sure you will love this particular function. You will love the way it works in entirety. In case you have any questions or if you face any issues, you can write in the comment box below, or you can mail me at msexcel.freak@gmail.com. Thank you and have a great evening. Bye-bye.